Well, hello, and welcome back to Idle Slayer. Oh, we're going to start with a bonus stage. Okay. Yeah, I forgot I have to change this. I'll change it after this, apparently. Actually, we'll go to the... We'll be going to the... we have a lot to talk about. Not a lot. A few things. But regardless, we'll go to... We have to... I need to go to town anyways. We need to do some gambling, and then we'll talk about everything. So I don't even know who knows about this, or if everybody found. Everybody must have found out about the reveal. I have a feeling it would have leaked otherwise. Yeah, I biffed it, didn't I? Wow. Wow. Yeah, just jitters, guys. Just making a video jitters. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But yes, so there's going to be a special announcement. Well, there was a special announcement. If you're seeing this, this is the recap of the special announcement. And we do have patch notes. I actually looked back, and it has been 5 months since we had a patch. So I kind of understand why people are getting a little impatient. Like, you know, what's going on, Pablo? The last update was in June, believe it or not. I didn't even realize it had been that long. I'll be honest, I am one of those gamers that, you know, I don't mind, you know, time between... I play more than one game, obviously. So, like, time between updates, it's just like, okay, well, I can just play a different game, you know? And then when this game has an update, okay, great. I don't, It's like a surprise to me almost when a game has an update, and you know this if you watch The Tower, because there's many times somebody in the comments would say, like, hey, the game has an update. I'm like, really? I didn't get a ping on Discord, because they don't ping on Discord for updates for whatever reason. So, I don't know that there's an update. So for me, like, an update is always a surprise. I can tell you the updates I've anticipated in my life. World of Warcraft. For the update from the beta of World of Warcraft. The Burning Crusade. Wrath of the Lich King. Cataclysm. Mists of Pandaria. Warlords of Draenor. Legion. Battle for Azeroth. Shadowlands. And Dragonflight. Yes, those are like WoW expansions are literally the only updates I've ever followed at any level. Not any. There's no other game that I've really like followed updates for. It's probably not true. Like I kind of follow like, but mostly MMO updates. To me, single player games they come out whenever. I mean, obviously sooner is better, but you know what's even better than sooner? When it's done. Alright, let's head to the village. Nothing's worse than, like, a game coming out incomplete, and you're like, wow, you could have cooked this in the oven a little bit longer. So I never try to rush things. Alright, so now let's go, we will go gambling first. And I do have some concerns about some of the updates. Okay, well, we didn't get anything good. To the casino. Alright, so we're in the casino. And what do you do when you're in the casino? You gamble. So one of the things we are getting is new casino upgrades, so while I wanted that achievement, I'm glad I accidentally kept putting it off for a later video. I was considering doing it for this video, to be honest with you. I had two things I was going to consider making the theme of this video. It was either, hey, let's get that last achievement in the casino, or let's open up all my eggs. You know, I have 150 eggs cooking. It was one of those two. Alright, well, now that we're here, so there's two new features coming. There's Coinbo mode, which I don't know I don't know. I feel like I should recognize that term. I don't know if it's like a play on Rambo. What, you throw the coins? I don't know. Yeah, I really... You'll probably have to tell me in the comments what it's a reference to, because I just don't get it. I assume it's like you throw the coins like a Rambo, like machine gun kind of thing. That's what I'm assuming. And I'll tell you, I am probably wrong. So that's why you get to correct me in the comments, and I honestly have no idea what else it could reference. The other new feature is, you guessed it, a bestiary. So we'll have a bestiary, you'll get to see... So I wonder if the bestiary is going to lead to, oh, you need to kill X amount of certain enemies. And I'm sure it will. If it doesn't out of the gate, it will. There is a new material that we will get retroactively. So I'm kind of curious what the new material is. That sounds interesting. There's going to be new armory items, new achievements, new ascension upgrades, new casino rewards, we briefly mentioned that, new craftable items, and a new Dark Divinity. So the issue, of course, is there is an issue with Unity. There is an issue with the Unity crash, specifically. And there's actually a lot of issues going on with Unity. We don't have time to get into all of them in this video, but Unity had, like... If you actually look at Pablo's header for his on Discord, it is, you know, I'm assuming these are the Unity default models, 3D models, taking the Unity coffin and dancing with it, and, you know, like that other meme, as in Unity's dead because they're changing the model. And yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that statement, let me tell you. But anyways, the rest of that is, so the Unity crash fix, that's totally up to Unity. Whether or not that gets in, there's nothing Pablo can do to make that happen. The casino rewards will be visible even if the player doesn't meet the requirements to purchase them. Oh, that's interesting. I thought they were always visible. When dragging an item in the armory, the break item button will change the text to show how many divinity points and scrap you get from... And scrap? And scrap? That's my idea! Remember when I talked about, hey, when you break items down, you should get something for it? Like, if they're excellent? We now are getting scrap. Okay. So, if you do have items, basically don't break them. Save them for the update, which I kinda did. I got a couple here. So, yeah, start saving up your items. Obviously, you only be able to save so many. So that'll be interesting. You know, this is the first sword I got out of a crate. Well, you would know that if you watch the videos. Scrap. Okay. Oh! Scrap must be the retroactive material we are getting. That's what it is. Scrap is the new material. I think the game counts how many items you've broken. Where is it? I almost had a perfect chest hunt too, and I misclicked it, so that's still 5. Where is it? Where is it? Armory. Items broken. So I expect you will get 1 scrap per item broken. So that's the retroactive material. Batwing sprite updated. I didn't know it was, Well, let's take a good look at the Batwing. This guy is getting an upgrade. I think he's fine. I think Fairy Cloth probably needs an upgrade more than you. Or maybe Pincher. You look fine. You look like a Batwing. Yeah, but if Fairy Cloth gets one, Goblin Cloth needs one too. They look a little too... It's kind of hard, I guess, to pixelate cloth correctly. But whatever, Batwing's the one that... I mean, it looks like a Batwing. I guess you can look at this video and we can do it before and after the Batwing sprite. A button dialog will show up for the first 10 giants to teach the player. Quickly kill them by tapping it. You know, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could speed it up at all, so I was just like, oh. It wasn't until I got somebody in the comments, or no. I found out on accident. Because you know how I usually like started smashing the spacebar when I was play the game, I'd smash shift in the spacebar just to boost and jump. It was only when I realized that I was mashing the spacebar and I seemed to be attacking more that I realized, oh, that does something. So I didn't know that either. So that's good that that's a good tutorial. Casino timeout requests increased from 6 to 8 seconds. Okay. Giant souls multiplier and enemy type souls multipliers were not applying to the idle soul games. Now they will apply. Okay, that's nice. CPS achievements icon updated. Okay. Boss name will now show up when starting a boss fight. Here is one thing I'm on the fence on. Boss fight song remastered by AI and period. So, I mean, I didn't think the boss fight song needed a remaster. Like, what's up with that? I guess we'll find out. Performance and loading time improved. Well, that's always good. Some boss fights can be retried by using a few jewels of soul. I'm not surprised to see that. I was hoping it'd be like watching an ad. Right? You can retry the bonus stage. Why can't you retry the boss fight? Oh, that reminds me. I had him off because I needed a boss bonus stage for a daily. Whoa, no, not that. Alright. Individual enemy kill count will start to be registered from now on. Yeah, obviously, without a bestiary, you won't have a kill count. Lighting improved in some areas. Camera system reworked. Cutscenes are now smoother. Player will face the point of interest after interacting with them. The audio sliders and the options are now linear. You know how before, when you change them to 1% to 2%, the difference was huge, but then when you go from a 90% to 100, the volume barely changed. That's fixed. Oh, okay. Forgot password email is now sent from @IdleSlayer. Added flags to the language selector. Funky Space song loop. They updated the Funky Space song loop. Oh man, that might ruin my jam. Minor visual updates and UI changes, bug fixes. Balance random box and chest hunt key spawn timers will now be frozen during battle mode. Okay. Okay. Oh, Pablo, what are you doing? So we can no longer cheese, which I guess is fine. I mean, you know how I was cheesing the you know, I'd upgrade this, you know, get a mega horde, and we would just sit there and slow fight our way through. Well, now, it used to be that everything froze during that. Then they changed it so, well, this would tick down, but you could still spawn boxes and keys. Now none of that's happening. Ninja reward decreased from 1% to 0.8% per level. Oh man. And also, inner power now works differently. This is what I have been dreading. It uses the spent Slayer points in your current ascension to calculate the minion's reward. Oof. Oof. Oh, that hurts. I mean, that's good. That caps it. And that means, like, you know, like, it stops it basically stops the degeneracy that I'm engaged in, so I think it's better overall to do it that way. Like, when this update happens, I could buy this upgrade. And now I don't have to not buy the upgrade. It also means it limits you, like, on how much you can bank. Because once you buy every upgrade, that's it. That's it. You hit the limit. It doesn't matter if the next update's, 2 years from now. You can only have so many, your growth doesn't keep growing. It's probably better, because then it stops the question of, like, okay, I have 15 quadrillion, right? Should I go ahead and buy these? Or go ahead and buy this? When this becomes available, should I buy it? Instead of before, when I was like, why would you buy this? It ruins inner power. Now it's like, why wouldn't I buy these upgrades? I need to buy them immediately. All of them. I have to buy all the upgrades I can. So that's 100% a good move. So that means I will be basically buying these. This one. Even though I think that even this one. Even if I think the upgrade's worth it, I honestly just like, I was always fine with the bonus stage. But now I have to buy it. Well, I mean, I'm definitely will be buying, this. Yeah, it's astral, and I'm assuming, yeah, everything's astral locked. So probably buying all. So that's interesting. Oh, the spent Slayer points in your current ascension. Ooh. Oh, that's tough. If you buy those, if you buy these and Ultra Ascend, you can't buy them again. So it effectively limits. Ooh, that's. So if you bought Edgemaster and Ultra Ascended, you could never buy Edgemaster again. So that limits you. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's a good change overall because it stops like what I'm engaging in, which is basically not spending them. It puts a cap on it, which is something I advocated for. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm very much on the fence about that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. I mean, for me, it's not really going to change anything either way. The one person who it will change is the people. Again, and again, I've said this in the channel. I'll say this here. The game should not be balanced around the top 1%, 0.1%. I would even say 5 to 10% of players. Really shouldn't. That is and will always be my opinion on that. This is really interesting. Because now it's like you should save up all the really expensive things when you're going for inner power. I mean, when you're going for Edgemaster. And like if you buy Edgemaster, like do you Ultra Ascend? That actually becomes a real question. With it being 500 quadrillion and you can only get it once. Interesting. Well, I'm sure there's going to be other upgrades too, so we'll have to see how, like, all of it plays out. All of it plays out together, It's hard to analyze this. You don't want to analyze this in a vacuum, because this is all we know so far. So, a lot of interesting stuff coming. And if you didn't watch the announcement, I'll probably link the announcement in the community section, but there is... Pablo did make a special announcement about Idol Slayer, and Idol Slayer is having a crossover with Shovel Knight. So that's something else to look forward to. There's going to be some new mechanics there. I don't know if those mechanics will also be in the patch that's coming up. I think so. And so the big thing is we're going to be able to dig now, and we're going to get a Shovel Knight skin, obviously. So that's something interesting that's coming out. So that kind of covers the update and everything with it. So let's go back to Funky Space. That was kind of what I wanted to get out. Oh, we're gonna. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this just to get the Oh, we hit ultraviolet. Supreme Cape. I didn't expect to get that today. Almost enough for the Imperial Claw, too. Oh, you know what? Wait, what am I doing? Incredible Claw! Because I can just, like, use this for coins now, also. Actually, why haven't I done this before? I don't know if we'll get the next spear. We'll try though. I don't know why I've never done this before, but we're doing it now, and that's all that matters. No, not. Oh, well, we got 7 to go. Well, that's something. We got finally the 500 cape. That's one that I've been stuck on, and we got the stun claw. I mean, it is tempting. Honestly, I wish that they changed Ninja so you could actually spend your coins. You know, just be like on your highest total for the current ascension or something. Oh well. But hey, how about that? We got the cloak. Cloak is maxed. And so just in time, trying to get all the achievements. Oh, we're gonna fight Victor. Okay, we'll go fight Victor. This is why I always go to town to talk, because otherwise in the game, like, stuff's constantly happening. Yeah, I thought about making the text for the patch notes. I'll probably just post them in the comments. I honestly wish the the announcement was also in game. You know what I mean? So we could look at when Pablo made an announcement, somehow we could there was an in-game thing where you could preview what he's saying on Discord. Because it's not like the Discord stuff is secret. And this, somebody told me Inner Power was getting nerfed, but for where I'm at in the game, it doesn't seem like Inner Power is getting nerfed to me. You know what I mean? For where I'm at in the game, yeah, Inner Power is getting changed, but I don't feel like that's getting nerfed for me. For someone who, the guy on the server who has 1 septillion, whatever, Slayer points and all that, yes, clearly for him that was a terrible Victor Alpha, but it's fine. Under 90 seconds is good. Ooh, we got an excellent? No, not that excellent. I'm kind of considering getting one that's just bow speed and crit chance, and leveling it up to a smaller number. I don't know if that'd be worth it though. It's something I've been considering. Somebody told me to max the ring, and I have no idea how high you could. He said you can level the ring up to 20. I need to actually look at my rank. Right now it's 12. If I added 8 more to it, that would put it at 900. Huh. I could realistically do that. And then it's just like my shield where I would just need another ring. Well, with the changes to the armory, I want to wait and see what, the changes coming up. I'd rather wait and see. I'm interested, but I'll put that in the wait and see column. So that's about it. That's all the news for Idle Slayer. I almost was delayed in making this video. I'm on the fence if I should just... screw it. We need to move this over. For now, anyways, we need to keep doing it the old way. Yeah, I didn't quite get to 250 spear, but we'll get there eventually. Every time I do this, we get closer. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. So a lot of interesting changes coming up for Idle Slayer. Some big changes. From what I understand, it's going to happen on November 1st, so mark your calendar, but don't get your hopes up. The last thing you need to do is not take my advice and get your hopes up. Just when the update happens, it happens. And it'll be a good day. And of course, I will be here with a video for you. I will be honest, I almost did delay this video. It was the end of Diablo 3. The end of Season 1 for Diablo 3. I was behind and really needed to finish up the season. So I almost delayed this video. Even though there was the big update. Well, when I saw the big update and the reveal, and is it the right word, a crossover? It doesn't feel like that's the right word, but that's, it was just a crossover. What I want to say is collaboration between them, but I feel like, whatever you want to call it. I didn't feel that, okay. It wasn't as, maybe it's just me, maybe it's because, it wasn't like game-changing news. It's cool, don't get me, I'm not saying it isn't cool, but it's not like, hey, we're fundamentally changing the way the game works or something, you know what I mean? Hopefully you know what I mean. You've been around here long enough, you know what I mean, I'm sure. But that's what I mean. It wasn't like Idle Slayer's getting an expansion, or we're removing minions from the game, or something like that. So, and finally, let's take a look at our minions and how they're doing. So up to 8 trillion, 12 trillion. We will have to do a before and after comparison, won't we? 17 trillion, 62 trillion. And 124 trillion. So yeah, that's some big hauling. And of course, it's only going to get bigger from here until the patch. And then the patch is not compatible with other versions of the game, and I assume that's for very obvious reasons, because if the 5.1 update was compatible with the 5.0, the winning move would be to play the new update, but do your minions on the old update. And that's why I'm 100% sure that's why if you crossplay, everything has to be 5.1. Probably more than 100% sure. Because that would have been the loophole, right? That would have been the loophole. Everybody would have been like, oh, well, I just used the 5 point whatever, the not 5.1 update on my mobile device and claim my stuff there, and I still get the bonus of Oldener power. So it looks like this will be a one-way upgrade for, hopefully, as I said, hopefully very obvious reasons why it has to be a one-way upgrade. But all that said, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.